Okay, let's get into it. So I'm talking about fire today. Why fire? What is fire? What's the deal? How do I plan on doing it? All of that and more after this. Okay, so no, I don't have an intro video, but let's pretend I do. Okay, so firstly, let's talk about what FIRE is. FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. The FIRE movement, as most people call it, is an idea or a way of thinking that allows people to plan for a very particular goal. That goal in the FIRE movement is independence. And the idea is that you get to retire early. I mean, it says that in the name, but so financial independence, retire early. The goal here is that you work and you live and you spend your money, but also plan your investments in such a way that is going to give you a desired outcome at a particular age, that desired outcome being early retirement. For me, that's what it is. I'm currently 33 and the plan is that I want to retire at 40. This has been my life goal for the past couple of years, and so we have been working collectively as a couple to make sure that we plan our money, savings, investments, income, all of that around this one particular goal. Why? Because I don't want to work beyond 40. I don't want to need to have to work, right? I know we live in a society and we live in a world where everybody wants to be a digital nomad and a travel whatever. And that's definitely me. And so I am very brave and bold about saying that. I want to be able to do what I want to do and not have an impact on my life. So we're making sacrifices right now, and we're also working towards building our income to a particular level. What is that level, right? I know a lot of you are thinking, well, Nyaki, that is great for you because you seem to be rich. I'm not rich. You know what? Words of my mouth. I am wealthy, right? I'm very rich. Is that so what is your FIRE number? Your FIRE number is basically your current living expenses times by 300. There are a lot of calculations of how you can get to this number, but it basically gives you the same number. So whatever your current living expenses are, so your rent or your bond, your food and groceries, your travel, your car expenses, all of the money that you spend in a month to keep you and your collective family alive is your FIRE number. The idea and the mathematics behind this, the people have done all the calculations, is that if you spend, so when you get to that FIRE number, if you draw down, so spend 4% or 3%, some people say 4, some people say 3% of your total FIRE number, you will have enough money until the universe ends, provided that your current money is getting interest of about 7%, which is natural for any kind of investment. Like even if you just put your money in a bank, you will generally get between 7 and 10% on your annual investment anyway. So that's the idea, is to say that you're going to get to this number and then you are only going to be spending 3%, I think, per year of this number, because you are effectively making 7% on the rest of the money. That's like the most basic and like the easiest way I've ever heard it explained. And that's how I explain it, or that's how I understand it. If I'm wrong, which I doubt I am, please let me know. Just slide into my DMs and be like, actually, yeah, your math's not mathing. But that's the idea, right? So this is obviously something that you can start at any point in your life, and the goal can be at anything, right? Or for anything. But I think the calculation for most of us is for retirement. How do we get there? Well, one of the strategies that I've been implementing, which is obviously where my love for entrepreneurship and basically my Instagram life has come out of, is making more money, right? How do you increase the current basket of money that you have? Because obviously that will either increase our FIRE at the end or bring it closer, right? So every year we delay is a year that we have to wait. So making more money is obviously like the goal, right, into increasing or into making the FIRE thing realized. So making more money is number one, which I teach at nauseam around that, and that's something that I've tried to hone in on specifically. Side hustles, working remotely, working internationally, mastering skills that will turn you into a global citizen, I suppose. That's the idea. And I am glad to announce that I am there. Your girl is getting paid in dollars. Dollars. I told my pastor, and so he calls me dollars now, which is hilarious. But anyway, so the idea number one is to create income, right? That's the first part. The second part then is, when you do create income, what do you do with all this money, right? So how do you save and how do you invest so that your money makes money babies? Because if you are making money and you are spending all of that money, you're like net zeroing or like going into negative, and that's obviously not the point. So the idea is making more money. Yes, that's great. But even on your current salary, current savings, current income, how are you able then to use that money, whichever form it comes, to invest, to save, to make money babies, right? And so that's where the love of saving and investment comes in. I personally don't talk about savings and investing because it is not my forte. I have been saving and investing for years and years and years, probably before some of you guys were born. I say that like I had money before some of you were born, but no, for a really long time. But the person who is my investment coach is my dad, because he's done it and I trust him and he gives me money. But the idea is, the thinking there was like, well, if I'm going to teach you guys how to make money, then he can teach you guys how to make money babies. So if you are interested in savings and investing in any of that kind of stuff, check out his YouTube channel. I'll try and link it in the box below or something, or not, you can search for his name. His name is Sekwati Pitso, Sekoati, surname is Pitso, Pitso, on Instagram, not on Instagram, and on YouTube, and you'll find his videos about savings and investing. The reason why I opt to push him is because I know him, I trust him, I like him, and I know that he's done it. So it is obviously from a biblical perspective. We are Christians, we do believe in Jesus and we love Jesus, and so a lot of the principles that we use for savings and investments come from the Bible. However, obviously there are universal principles that anybody can use, even if you are not in the same religious affiliation. So that is it for now, because I don't want to make this video too long. But if there's anything else that you want to know about FIRE, please let me know. Follow me on Instagram and ask me there, because that's kind of where I like to chat with you in DMs. But if there's anything else that you want to find out about FIRE, or how far we are in our journey, don't ask that. Please don't ask that. Let me know. Give me a like on this video if you found it informative. If I spoke too fast, I think you can slow it down, and if I spoke too slow, then you can definitely forward it and make it faster. Thank you so much for joining in, and I will see you somewhere on the internet. Bye.